it to me like.
Hey, I forgot my second intro.
Hey, 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 hey. Ooh. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh. Hey, 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 hey. Wake up every day feels boring. The same thing, routine in the morning. Grew up too fast without warning. And when it rains, it's pouring. I got dreams, big dreams. I wanna do big things, but I just can't seem to put it all together. I just wanna be seen. I'm jumping ship, I'ma dive in. Middle of the ocean, swimming till I find it. I see an island, out ahead, filled with things that I've wanted since I was a kid. Swim to it.
All right. Now that I played my intro, what's up, everyone? What's up, Crystal, Denise, Silent Angel? That's all I see right now, and 46 other people that aren't talking. It is 1 o'clock in the morning, and I hope you guys are doing well. I got me, well, I can't say a brand new dryer, but it's brand new to me. A fancy schmancy dryer today because my dryer broke last week. And we had to go to the laundromat. We didn't have laundry, and having kids, like everybody knows, you need a fucking dryer. So I looked and looked and looked, and I found a fancy schmancy one that came with a pedestal, and it's really nice. It looks kind of funny next to my ghetto washing machine, but hey, it works. So I need a new hose, though. I got to hook it up tomorrow, but we plugged it in, make sure it worked, and it does. Hey, Yarn. So me and my fancy schmancy new dryer, we're going to do laundry. So other than that, I was running around all day, as usual. But I've noticed that today we went on day 4, I think, or day 3 of talking about Cluemanati. I'm going to tell you guys how it is. But first, let me start with, I'm going to start doing like comments of the night. Bombshell Reloaded won tonight's comment of the night. I'm going to start doing like, I'm going to make like a promo for it. But this one, I just couldn't like get past. And I may even give away free wax melts for a person that wins comment of the night. But Bombshell definitely won this one. Bombshell made a comment in Jones's chat. Now, Bombshell's numbers must be down because that's the only time she starts hanging out with creators that have bigger numbers. So Bombshell's comment of the night was, let me find it. I should have had it ready, but I didn't. Hold on. Oh, and I found out who Kool-Aid Gang is, by the way. Where is it? Oh my God, where'd it go? Yeah, Bombshell says, it always goes to money with some. I nearly spit out my drink. Like literally spit out my drink, for real. For Bombshell Reloaded to say, it always goes to money with some. Oh my God, Bombshell, please sit down. Because that's Bombshell to a T. But I digress. We won't go there. But I'm going to start doing like comment of the night. Because, I mean, that's rich coming from Bomb. No offense, Bomb, but that's fucking rich coming from you. That's like me saying, oh my God, and some people just have to say the F-bomb. Like, yeah, real rich. But, so Bomb wins. Ding, 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 ding. She wins it of the night. Very glad glad that you said that because maybe you could help me out with tonight's live. And I really mean that. So here's my issue. Everybody knows what happened with Cluemanati. Let me also add, I warned everybody of Cluemanati from day one. I said she was a fucking lowlife. People didn't listen. For the last 18 months, I've been telling people Queen Bee is who she is and blah, blah, blah. Told Queen Bee about herself. Nobody listened. 18 months later, they're all in shock. Oh my God, Queen Bee this, Queen Bee that. I told you guys 18 fucking months ago. But you chose not to listen. Let me also state that I understand a community. There's many different times I've tried building this one. I've tried revamping this one. I've tried many things. And I understand that people join a community because they want to feel like they're part of something. I get it. Absolutely get it. It's what I started Patreon in the first place. But being a part of something, you have to see all of something. You can't just see what you want to see. And I find it probably that's like the most hypocrisy in a community. Now, don't get me wrong. I get people need to find things for themselves and see things for themselves. Totally get it. But at the same time that you're doing something, you want to see it for yourself, there's more to it. A community is a community. It's not just your subs. A community means you're part of a whole community. And somehow I think that that part gets lost with so many creators. My community, yes, a purple community, but we're still part of a bigger community. It's called YouTube. YouTube is a community. Kick is a community. Twitch is a community. We're just subreddits, I guess you can say is a good way to put it, in the big community. And the big community is YouTube. And you choose YouTube over Kick. You choose YouTube over Twitch. So when people say that they are not part of that community, yes, you are. You're just a subreddit. So I'm listening to all this stuff with Cluemanati. I don't understand how many times, how many different creators can say the exact fucking same things to the same people, preaching the exact same word. Are we not all adults? Because last time I checked, if you didn't like something someone said, you just don't watch them. I don't like Clue, and I never liked her. I don't even know her, and I don't like her. She's just not my cup of tea. With that said, though, she may not be my cup of tea. However, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And before I go on, did my chat stop working or nobody's typing? Because 80 people in here and nobody's saying a word. It's kind of weird. So I don't know if StreamYards isn't working or what's not working. So let me try YouTube. Because I'm not seeing anything move. Hold on. All right. Oh. Yeah, 83 people. Nobody's saying a word in chat. All right, so I'm just going to keep talking. All right. So are the things that Cluemanati said bad? Yeah, they were horrible. Nobody's denying that. But why is everybody coming down so hard on Cluemanati and nobody's saying a word about what Queen Bee said? Just curious. Hold on. Oh my God. See, but bittersweet, here's the thing that's funny about that, though. I've been trying to warn everybody for like 2 years, and nobody says a word. They all tell me I'm crazy. They all tell me I'm wrong. They all tell me I'm a piece of shit, blah, 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 blah. So you have to understand where my frustration comes from, because I'm constantly getting bashed for speaking truth. People just don't like truth, and they don't like proving that I'm right and they're wrong. So then they turn their hate on me because they can't stand the fact that I was right and they were wrong. That's just how this community seems to be. So whatever. Beats him. I'm going to get to him. Like I said to Sinner, it's real rich listening to him say exactly who Queen is. It's hysterical. Anyone with a half a brain can see it. But just remember, I also said what goes up must come down. I've always said that about creators. So what I don't hear anybody coming after Queen Bee for what she said, except for the one video that I found. One video that I was able to find. Now I'm going to play this video, and you tell me what you hear. Put a 1 in the chat if you catch the racial slur. Hold on.
What is your skin?
What?
I'm silly here. Stifler's mom said one.
I got the damn hiccups. Hold on.
Whore in the streets of YouTube. Whore in the streets of YouTube. I thought I said, open your eyes, chinky. Shit. I'm like, quit smoking here. All right, let's see here. What'd you say? Life Rewinded. Tiffers is the biggest summit. Well, I think there's more. Prayer Garden is my number one. Well, Don B. I'm silly here. Stifler's mom said, "Warn the streets of YouTube."
Did anyone catch the racial slur that she said so casually? Because again, I've heard people go on and on and on and on about Cluemanati for 2-3 days already on every fucking panel. And then you have other creators like, oh, we didn't know. Thank you for educating me. Oh my God, I fucking can't. But did you guys hear the racial slur in that? That was totally skipped over. That nobody seemed to be worried about. No lives are being made about it. Nobody's talking about it. Is there anyone that didn't catch it? Because I'll be happy to play it again.
Whore in the streets of YouTube. I thought I said, open your eyes, chinky. Shit. I'm like, quit smoking here. All right, let's see here. What'd you say? Life Rewinded.
Open your eyes, chinky. For those of you that may not know, that is a racial slur against Asians. Why? Because Asians have slanted eyes. Personally, I've never heard anyone use that term before, but I just don't hang out with racists or people that would say stupid, low-life shit like that. So I've honestly never heard it. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know what she meant. So the fact that everybody's coming after Cluemanati and nobody says a word about this, can someone show me the difference? Why this is different than the N word, the R word, or anything else? No, I don't, Skywatcher, at all. I really don't. But that's a good point. That's a really good point. But for her to say, open your eyes, Chinky, no. No. But it's a good point. It's a thought that I had. And I thought maybe she meant Chicky. So I listened to it more than once. No, it was Chinky. So, and yeah, she was saying that she was so high, her eyes were barely open. But again, I don't hear anybody calling this out besides Chronicles of the Shady. And that's where I heard it from. So it's scary that all this fake outrage or all this outrage over what Cluemanati says, yet, I don't see anybody going live for hours about what Queen Bee said. Why is everybody so scared of Queen Bee? What do you think she's going to do? Yell at you? And I am assuming this was today, you're on. Crystal, when was this? Today's video? And it's, like the comment was said today. They say that their eyes are barely open, but no, when people are stoned. But Yarn, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I'm glad you're here. Because you came in saying Jones's live was good. Was a good live. I only saw some of it. I didn't see all of it. But yet, this wasn't addressed. And that's a pretty sad reality of this community, of this side of YouTube, however way you want to put it. Yeah, I didn't hear Jonesin address it because I didn't watch the whole live. I did ask her for a link. She did not acknowledge it. Maybe she didn't see it. It was towards the very end of her live. But I asked her for a link. I said, I have questions. And she went right over it. Okay. People are scared of Queen Bee. I'm not sure why. I'm just not sure why. I don't know why anybody is scared of anybody. What are these people going to do to you? Seriously. I don't know what they possibly could do to you. Yell at you? Who gives a fuck? Talk about you? Who gives a fuck? Call CPS on you? Who gives a fuck? If you're not doing anything wrong, don't fucking worry about it. I heard she made excuses, Silent Angel. Like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing. And I'm going to address Avery in a minute too. But even if Joneson did address it, it didn't end in a 5-hour live. It didn't. 15 creators are not going live about this when it's just as bad as what Cluemanati said. If you're Asian, this is just as bad as saying the N-word. It's just as bad as calling a Jew a hook nose. It's all just the same. It's stereotyping races, religions, color, all of it. All of it. I agree, Denise. I'm addressing that too. So I don't care what color you are, what race you are, what religion you are, what your beliefs are, what your sexual beliefs are. None of that matters. None of it. Because I don't want to know, like certain people I know, like I know Yarn, I know Tinker, I know Denise, I know I know what their race and religion is. Race, color, creed, gender. And Yarn should be offended by multiple things. She's offended by the N-word, rightfully so. She would be offended by a Chinese slur, rightfully so. See, Yarn, and I disagree with that. I absolutely disagree with that. Cluemanati is far more scary than Queen Bee. Like, honestly, I hate to say it. Far scarier than Queen Bee. Just saying. And she doesn't need an army of people with her. She can handle herself all by herself. Blackhawk, she was not the only one who tried that. No joke. There's a lot of people that tried that. You wouldn't believe some of the nonsense that we heard. Like, for real. But I don't think she's smart at all. And I barely listened to her. But I didn't like her from day one. I said she was a trash bag literally from day one. But do I believe that all this outrage? No. And here's why. And Yarn, I'm going to use you as an example. I love Yarn. Everybody knows Yarn is my homegirl. Everybody knows Yarn has been by my side for months. I mean, for years, not months. Yarn has stuck by me through people coming at her. She is stuck by me for years and years and years. And she adores me and I adore her. Right, Yarn? You adore me? She's been my mod for years. People have tried to turn her away from me. She's like, go sit down. I know my Laura. Okay. So with that said, let me explain. I know that it hurts Yarn or anybody else when racial slurs are made. But here's what I can't do. I can't have outrage for Yarn's daughter. That's fake. I don't know what it's like to be a black man driving down the road. I can't have outrage for it because I don't know what it's like. I can't have outrage for Yarn being racially profiled. I can't have outrage for it. You want to know why? Because I can't possibly have outrage. I'm not a black woman. I'm not a black man. There's no way that I can have fucking fake outrage. I could have true outrage for something that I couldn't possibly even think to understand. That's what I mean by fake outrage. What I can have outrage for is Skylar Richardson. And if you don't know who she is, she got away with fucking murder. She is a white, all-American, wealthy girl, grew up in a good home, blonde, blue-eyed, eating disorder, got away with murder. I can relate to that. I can have outrage with that. Not that I ever got away with murder, but I can have outrage for that. I can absolutely have outrage for that because I understand that. I understand what it's like being that white girl. I understand what it's like having blonde hair and coming from a wealthy background and getting things because of my looks or getting away with that. I can have outrage for that because I can live that. I can't possibly have fucking outrage for racial profiling because I don't fucking know what it is. I don't know what it feels like. I don't know what it feels like to be a black man driving down the road. I don't know what it feels like to have somebody look at my daughter and say, oh, that N-word, or she's a N lover, or whatever the situation. I don't know what that's like. And half this community doesn't either. Half this community has all this outrage for something that they could never even comprehend. That's what I mean by fake outrage. And I see that over and over and over. You can grow up. Yes, you can empathize 100%. And you can want to do better. And black people will tell you that I'm right. They will tell you, how the fuck are you having outrage for what I live every day? I've heard this from them. I can bring on black friends that will tell you that. I can empathize and say, dude, that really sucks. But I don't know what that feels like. I don't know what it's like for my mom to, come at me. I don't have biracial children. My daughter-in-law is biracial. She's black, he's white. Their kids are totally mixed and mixed. Totally mixed and mixed. Hey, unsupervised, I almost said your real name. And, I don't know what it's like for her kids, that some of her kids are white, some of her kids are dark. And people say, oh, your mom adopted you, or, we don't know what that's like because I don't have biracial children. So I can't have outrage for her because I don't know what that's like. So I see all these people sitting in these chats with this outrage. Oh my God, you don't know this word. You don't know that word. You don't know this word. Okay. But why do grown adults need to be told these things again and again and again and again and again? Okay, you're mixed, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You live it every day when I'm with them, but when they're not present, I'm treated a totally different way. I'm outraged. You see, you live that so you understand what I'm talking about 100%. You understand that as a white person, as a white girl, you see racial profiling from your husband. And you can be like, this is crazy, blah, 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 because you love your husband. But you personally don't know what it's like to be racially profiled. And that's okay. That's what I'm saying. And people will tell me, oh, you don't know what you're talking about and blah, blah, blah. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. And it saddens me that when I see people that can't admit that, they can't admit that your fake outrage over, let's say, Black racial profiling, because you have no idea what the fuck it's like. It's not, you can empathize, but you can't have outrage that doesn't exist. Now, what you can have outrage on is ignorance. What Queen Bee said is completely fucking ignorant. Ignorant to the highest agree. Now, what this community can do, they can do 15, 20 lives on it, or they can just educate her. They can just say, Queen, that was really fucked up. You may not know it, but that is a very racially charged comment, and it's not cool. And she may say, fuck you, or not. That's up to her. People told Clue it was wrong. Clue said, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. She's that much of a lowlife. I don't give a fuck what you think. You don't like it, don't watch. You know what? When people show you who they are, believe it. So she's telling you she doesn't give a shit. And you should take that and walk away. Just walk away from her. That's it, plain and simple. Just don't watch her anymore. And done. Done. But instead, you have all this outrage, all this, I'm going to educate you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Does the community as a whole need this much education? Why can't we change the focus and make the focus on educating stupidity? I did grow up in a good home. So to me, certain words were just never said in my home. Have I said them at times? Yeah, I have. But I also didn't hang out with the greatest people growing up or in my adult life. But I knew what should or should not be said. I knew that certain things were going to hurt people. Hence, sometimes why I said it, because it hurt them. And still do. Call me a bitch. Still do. As Joneson would say, I am that bitch. Plain and simple. But I feel like people are using that excuse and this fake outrage for nothing more than views and subs. Absolutely nothing more than views and subs. That's why every single creator that's talking about it, oh my God, you shouldn't have said this. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said this. Shouldn't have said that. Do you think that just because you tell people that they shouldn't watch it, that all of a sudden a light bulb's going to go off and be like, abso-fucking-lutely. That's true too, Phil. Phil has a good point. Profiling happens no matter whatever color you are. And it kind of, though, kind of. Yes and no. And it's been proven. And not to get off subject, but let me address this real quick. Phil, one thing that you noticed, that I have noticed, and cops in interviews will tell you this, whether they admit it or not. You see a lot more Black people get shot at the drop of a dime than you do white people when it comes to cops. Why? Because they're more scared of a Black person than they are a white person. Why? Stereotyping, but it is what it is. But you will see, if you watch enough videos, you will see that Blacks are killed more by cops. For some reason, they think white guys aren't scary. School shooters, perfect example. Perfect example. It's scary. It's truly fucking scary. Yes, it does come out of QB's mouth a lot, and nobody cares. But let me get back on track. I don't want to get off track. now I lost my train of thought. It's just weird to me that people think if they call out this, and this, and they have this outrage over this, and this, and all the people in the chat are like, yes, you're right. You're so right. You're this, you're that. Whether right or wrong, why can't people just, I don't know the right word. I really can't think of the right word I'm looking for. But I just feel like people need to realize that they're not going to change shitty people. They're not going to change a community. All they can do is educate the person and move on. Like, Queen Bee, what you said is highly racial charged. Okay? Acknowledge it and never say it again. But calling her out stream after stream after stream for hours on end, it's not going to do anything. It's truly not going to do anything. All it's going to do is bring her more people and probably bring her racist people. Who knows? I'm not saying don't say anything. I'm not saying don't have an opinion on it. But if all of you are sharing subs and you just keep circling between you of saying the exact same things, then to me, it looks like nothing more than a fucking sub grab and a money grab. And you're just catering to those people who want to say the exact same things over and over and over. I honestly couldn't believe some of the shit I was hearing on T-Rev last night. Not on T-Rev, but people that were talking about T-Rev. I forgot whose stream it was, but I almost went live again at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to remember whose live I was listening to. But they had T-Rev. Was it Granny? Maybe it was Granny's Watching I was listening to. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Granny's Watching. J is for Justice comes on, bashing T-Rev. Again, I spit out my drink. J is for Justice did the exact same thing T-Rev did during the Chris Watts case. J is for Justice also had outrage for T-Rev when she was doing the exact same thing. She also did the exact same thing when she was with Critical K, when they were a team. She also had a cunt list where she told her subs, she divided her subs out by how big of a cunt they were. She's not innocent. So what I see are all these phony creators going into these chat rooms, probably because their numbers are down. They go into rooms with big ass numbers because they have big ass subs. You know, they have over 100,000 subs. And they act like they don't have a history. J is for Justice was part of CPS calling, or cop calling on certain creators. But all of this stuff seems to be forgotten. All of this stuff gets looked the other way. It's fucking amazing. Amazing. Everybody's coming down on T-Rev for doing what he did, which was 100% wrong. Do not misunderstand me. But J is for Justice did the exact same thing. I can't remember this bitch's name, but I can have Critical K come on and she can explain every fucking detail. Because again, I just don't remember who it was. I don't remember the girl's name. I know, Angel. That's what I'm saying. Jay pretended, that was another one. Jay pretended to be Shannon Watt's best friend in fake calls. She was no different than T-Rev. So for her to jump on Granny's panel, acting like she's so much better and how dare T-Rev do this, these people have no idea. And then some of T-Rev's people are sitting there going, we only like J is for Justice, and J is for Justice. Thank you so much. You're looking at the exact same thing done. And I just see all of these all these real people getting hurt by fake creators. Fake creators. Fucking mind-blowing. Yeah, J for J has jumped everywhere. She's jumping on QB's panel. Her numbers must be down. I mean, she's not talking about Chris Watts. Her numbers must be down. And for those of you that have to understand me, I'm scared of nobody. I will talk about you. I don't care if you have 10 million subs. If I think you're a fake ass, phony ass bitch, I'm going to fucking let people know whether people like it or not. And that's just the way it is. And honestly, if more people fucking listen to me and stop listening to people bash me because I'm right, they might not get hurt as much. I tried warning everybody about T-Rev months ago. Nobody listened. People got burned. I tried warning people about Queen Bee over 2 years ago. Nobody listened. People got burned. I tried warning people about J is for Justice fucking 5 years ago. People got burned. People didn't listen. People need to really wake the fuck up. Seriously. Like literally wake the fuck up. And these people that they think are so wonderful are not. The same people that you're saying are so wonderful are a bunch of fake ass fucking losers who only want your money, only want your subs. They see you as a chance to grab it, and they will hold on to it. And they're going to be nice to you. And then down the road, when you're no longer useful to them, they're going to throw you out the fucking door. Every single one of them. Seen it happen more times than not. Just saying. I know, Nomad. But that's what I'm saying. I have a really good track record of being right. Whether all of these fake people want to say I'm not, I have a really good fucking track record of being right about people. I'm not saying about like cases. I'm saying about people. And that's what people fucking hate me for and try to bash me and slam me and everything else. And I'm okay with that because all of them are scared of each other. They feel like they have to jump on the bandwagon. Now, I know like Jones and Crystal, not Crystal, Jones and Dietz chasing. And Nanya, I know they all talk outside of YouTube. I know they're genuine friends. Same thing with Gavel Geeks is in that group. They are genuinely friends with each other. They genuinely like each other. And I don't believe that any of them are using each other. And I really mean that. I think they are genuinely friends, genuine people, and genuine to each other. But the other clicks on YouTube, trust me when I tell you, they would stab you in the back twice and lick the blood when they're done. 100%. Hang on, I gotta get my vape. Oh, I agree with that, Cloud9. Yeah, Crystal and Jonesin are not besties. And let me say something else. Every time I hear a creator that says about God, who talks about God a lot, are fake. I've seen that happen often. Don't mix God and true crime and God, and just don't. God doesn't belong on YouTube. There's a you could say God bless, but there's a reason why big creators, when I say big, 1 million plus, don't put God in their sermons. It's fake, it's fraudulent, and it preys on weak people. It does. Unless you're a preacher, then it's fine. If you're a preacher preaching, that's totally cool. But most of these people are not. They're using, like T-Rev did, they're using religion as a way to suck in people to pretend that they're somebody that they're not. And people need to wake the fuck up to it. They need to open up their eyes and realize it. That these people are fucking phony. And they're just not real people. They're fake as fuck. Hey, Tony, where have you been? I think we should leave out Sweet Baby Jesus too. Okay, we could do that. Love is not hate. Can't use the word of God to spread hate. 100%. And that's the other thing. God doesn't belong in a drama community. God doesn't belong in true crime. Where God does belong is if you're a parent with a missing child, you can certainly pray. Not telling you can't. But all these people that want to play this fake religion, I had a fight with Dayton over this earlier. Dayton was cursing up a storm. I said, Dayton, that's not a good Christian boy. He's like, I'm still a good Christian boy. I said, not cursing with that mouth, you're not. I mean, we weren't fighting, we were laughing, but. And Avery, that's perfectly fine. It just doesn't belong being preached on YouTube as a creator or using it to make money. People can totally believe what they want to believe. And I got no problem with that at all. But they need to not use it as a way to make money. Unless you have, you're a preacher. That bittersweet, that's exactly what it is. I hate to say it, but that's exactly what it is. Two River, I think you mean T-Rev when you said Two Rivers. I understand how shit gets twisted. I knew you meant T-Rev. T-Rex, we could call him T-Rex. Having his friends calling him fake, but he's not the only one that's done that. That's my point, though, Christine. Thank you, Tony. I've seen many creators do it. JS for Justice did it. There are a couple of creators that did it. Someone said Critical K had it done. Anyone that is gunning for views and subs will do that, unfortunately. Look at Drunk Turkeys. Look how their channel blew up because this fake ass Kim called in. But I'm also going to be fair here. Nobody has proven besides that one text message, nobody has proven that T-Rev has done half the shit he's been accused of. And everyone's just running with it. And again, on Granny's Watching was the channel I was listening to with his ex-mods or his ex-something. And someone said that he was in a GoFundMe scam with one of a client. I don't know, something like that. Where's the proof? And every single person on that panel ran with it. Every single person on that panel was like, oh my God, T-Rev this. Oh my God, T-Rev that. Where's the proof? See, but Angel, I called T-Rev out 9 months ago, a year ago. People didn't want to listen. So you're not telling me something I don't know that he was sketchy. I called that out long before anybody fucking noticed. I called that out before he even got 1,000 people in his live. Hey, Tanya. So you're not telling me something I don't know. But by the time people see it, it's too late. And that's what's happening now. But there's still proof. Like, we still need proof that he's done all of these other things. We know he did that one thing, but we don't know about all these other things. Hey, Spitfire, we just don't know. I haven't seen any proof other than that one text, one screenshot. We don't know if all that's true. Honestly, I don't totally believe he was in a GoFundMe something. I just don't. I also not sure I believe the whole that whole fight was real. I kind of think he was trolling Granny's watching. I kind of think that this was all some kind of big ploy. I don't know why. It's my gut feeling. I could be wrong. Do I think Ghost was lying to QB? No. I think Ghost, I mean, not QB, Granny's watching. I think that he gave that, maybe he could be lying. I don't think Granny knew it, but I don't know. I just kind of think it could all be bullshit. So, exactly, kind of shake the tree and see what falls out. I agree with that, Tony. I don't know. Something about the whole thing just didn't sit right with me. And now all of a sudden T-Rev did this and T-Rev did that. And T-Rev, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know, but I haven't seen any fucking proof of anything. All I hear is a lot of bullshit. And a lot of people that are running their mouth about how hurt they are by him and how he did this and he did that. And T-Rev is no different than any other fucking creator. You think he did feel bad? Tanya, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Now, I didn't know she did that, but we're on the same wavelength. Like, J is for Justice getting mad about what T-Rev did and having all this fake outrage when she does the exact fucking same thing. Because you didn't think he would ever get caught, Crystal. I believe that text was real. Just by the way I know how T-Rev is, and I could hear T-Rev saying that. Do I think that it was done with malice? No. But T-Rev is young. T-Rev is stupid. T-Rev writes really, really bad rap songs, and I've always said that. And I just think he's done it before. I think he's done it a couple of times. I don't believe any of his calls were ever real, but it blew up. So once you have one that blows up, well, you got to keep it going. You can't quit it. You just got to keep it going. We gave up. We should still be there, Tony. We gave up. It was too hot, too muggy, too humid, and too many bugs. Hey, Ash. Tanya, I'll go with the biggest phony. I can't with her lately. It's so fucking phony. But I'm not going to be a hypocrite and talk about her and all the things she's done. It's just not worth it. I agree. And that's what I'm telling people. Listen to your gut. 100%. So let me get back to, I was going to call it Cash for Clue for a minute. Cluemanati said some wild things. But just like T-Rev, Cluemanati is a grown woman. She can say whatever the fuck she wants. If you don't like it, then don't watch it. If you don't like who she is, then don't watch her. If you don't like who Queen Bee is, then don't watch her. If you don't like who I am, then don't watch me. But that's not what's happening. People are not watching her. People are just double watching. And they're making her numbers triple high. Because people want to see, oh, is she going to freak out? Let me put it like this. I never had any desire to watch Cluemanati, ever. Honestly, I think she's a total lowlife. However, since all of this outrage, I might watch her just because I'm interested. I want to know what this whole big deal is about. Why is everybody fucking freaking out about Cluemanati all of a sudden? She's not any different than she used to be. She's the same fucking person she's always been. So I don't know why everyone's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my. You're not going to stop people from watching her. You're going to have people watch her more, actually. And Amy, I totally agree. That's why I've never watched her. I just don't like her. But with everybody talking about her nonstop, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe people are this threatened by her because she's offering something. I don't know. I never watched her. I've only seen her on a couple of other people's panels, but I've never watched her. But this constant calling out, to me, is dumb. It's fake. It's an outrage. It's total fake outrage. You're not accomplishing anything except lining your own pockets. You're getting views and money. You're getting subs. You're growing your channel with this fake outrage. And nobody sees it. Tanya, that's more fake outrage. People going after Britney. What I think, and I've said it before, Britney is at over 16,000 subs. And good for her. She's right up there where Queen Bee is with 16,000 subs. Britney flew past Granny. Flew past. And she couldn't handle it. Now, here's the difference. Me and my boyfriend, the Glare, he's not really my boyfriend. For those of you who don't take that seriously. For anyone that knows me, they know it's a joke. But my boyfriend and I were pretty neck and neck on numbers. We don't get along. We pretty much fucking can't stand each other most of the time. But I'll give credit where credit is due. I know he wouldn't, but that's okay. But he flew past me with Karen Reed. Like, totally flew past. I was always so way ahead of him. And he fucking flew past me. I was like, you bitch. But in all reality, I super chatted him a couple of bucks. I said, good job, Glare. I'm happy for him. I'm proud that, proud to say, yeah, he fucking flew past me. I'm not jealous. I'm not worried. I'm not upset. It doesn't do anything to me. I'm genuinely happy that he took off on a case. I don't know why more people can't be like that. Why can't more people be happy for the people around them or the people that started with them or the people that were on the same quote unquote level to be, do you know what I mean? The level to be at. Me and Glare were always on the same level. So the fact that I don't even like him, but I can still be happy for him that his channel is successful. His channel did well. Chasing, same thing. Me and Chasing was always higher than me, but she just took off at one point and gained a lot of subs. Good for her. I wasn't even speaking to her at the time. I mean, no animosity or anything, not like the Glare, but I wasn't really even speaking to her at the time. And I was still extremely happy for her. It didn't hurt me. He didn't take, I'm sure he took some of my subs, but no, he didn't take my subs. He didn't hurt me. I didn't hurt him. I didn't hurt her. Like, can't people just genuinely be happy for each other? even if you don't like someone, but you see the difference, like, of if I was to go live every single day about things that Clara said there, and now I could probably do it. I really could. I could come up with shit that he says off the wall that I'm like, I look at him like, huh? The fuck did you just say? But I don't. Why? Why would I? I'm just generally happy that he's doing well with this case. Could it change, and could I, win the pendulum swing my way? Of course it can. Can another case come along and the pendulum swings that way? Absolutely. Then I'll be like, kiss my ass, Clara. But it's, in the end, it's all a joke. I don't think he would, I think he would laugh too. But you guys get what I'm saying. Petty awards, exactly. But you guys get what I'm saying. Cluemanati, I'm sorry, Brittany and Granny. Brittany is just doing her fucking own thing. And you got all these granny people going after and going after and going after. It's old already. Just stop. And then they go on other panels acting like they're sweet as pie. No, they're not. They're as fake as J's for justice. Like, just stop. So now I'm just rambling, but let me get back on point here. Hold on. No, that was not a line. That was a fucking vape. This is a line. That's a line. Happy? No, I'm just totally kidding. I did put my hand over my nose though, but no, I'm not snoring lines. But I just had to do that for Desperate Whispers. Anywho, point being, Cluemanati can be as vile, as disgusting, as pathetic as she wants. She really can. But if you're so offended by it, then change the channel. Just change the channel. Why this nonstop attacks, these nonstop lives about what she did, about who she is, the things she says? Why? Like, seriously, why? It doesn't make sense to me. Do people... she's been on every fucking channel imaginable. Like, people can't... Yeah, no snorts while I'm doing this live. Just let it be. I don't think Clue cares what anyone's opinion is. And I can respect that. Doesn't mean I like her, but I can respect that. I can respect the fact that she's telling you she don't give a fuck. So why are you using it to earn views and money and subs? And that's all it is. In both ways. Queen Bee is no better. She's the same trash bag that Clue is. But people are so outraged, like, oh my God, oh my God. No, stop the fake outrage. You're not blown away by what she said. And you don't need to educate an entire community. If by your 30s you don't know right from wrong, you don't know what words are right from wrong, then you should probably educate yourself. You don't you look at YouTube for education. You're not going to get it. At least not in this community. You certainly ain't getting it from Krama. Krama's not going to teach you anything. See, Joy, I said the same thing about Savage, and that didn't happen. Thank you, Truth Fairy. That's my whole point. You weren't here earlier, but that's my whole point. They're constantly talking about it. Now I understand why Dietz did. Dietz was fucking livid. I never heard Dietz I just never heard Dietz so mad in my life. In all the years talking to Deets, I've never heard her so mad. Tinker, I know people are upset with what she said. I get it. But why are they upset? Just why are they upset? Are they upset because they're married to a black man? Because they're married to an Asian? Because they are uneducated? Like, or are people just outraged to be outraged? Because this community, more than half of it, just needs something to be mad at all the time. Because I highly doubt that there's an entire community that's just so outraged by racially charged comments. Words are words. Words only have meaning if you give it meaning. If I tell Crystal, fuck you, you know what she's going to say to me? Fuck you too. Why? Because she's going to know that I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it in a joking way. And she's saying it to me in a joking way. You should see some of the shit Crystal says. I want to fucking smack her sometimes. I'm like, she really just say that? Who the fuck's she talking to? Who you talking to, woman? Yeah, she does Mimi. She hides it behind memes. I say Mimi. Mimi. That drives her nuts too. Me saying words wrong drives her nuts too. She makes fun of me all the time. But my point being, words only mean something if you let it, if you give it meaning. I understand that people get offended by people's words. But as I said earlier, if you're going to educate and if you're going to preach something, then educate them. And that's what I'm doing. I'm educating. Don't get so offended by something that some ignorant lowlife on the internet says. But the outrage is fake, in my opinion. It is. Thank you. Demon, good point. I get the word was offensive, but I found it odd that it was said to be the same thing as what T-Rev did, words towards other creators and actions towards victims. I see it different. I was offended, but just one more channel I will never listen. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. People should not get offended by some words on the internet. It's not worth it. You don't want to be offended by a stranger's words or a stranger's thoughts. Don't give them that much power. Like, I don't care if someone thinks I'm an ugly fat whore. I know I am an ugly fat whore. No, seriously. I know I'm not an ugly fat whore. So I don't give a fuck what you think of me. If you want to call me okay, Denise, I agree with that too. It's inexcusable and it's disgusting. But if you don't know that in your 20s, then you need to fucking smack your parents across the head that they didn't raise you right. Dayton, that's a gaming word that they use all the time. And I told Dayton, if he keeps using it, I'm kicking him the fuck out of the house. So he's like, what's the big deal? I said, Dayton, I don't want to hear you use that word. It's gross. It's not that I'm offended. It's just gross. So that's what I mean. I'm not running around telling my child, oh my God, people get offended by that. But I'm teaching them that it's an ignorant word that was used way back before anybody understood what being gay was. And it was used in hate speech. It's not a word that you want to come out of your mouth because it's very ignorant. And I'm not going to have my kid run around sounding ignorant. So that's what I mean about giving a word power. That word has power to a lot of people. And it does have power because of all the things that have happened in history because of that word and when it was used. And I think that word hurts me more than any other word. And I mean any other word. Because it was used in nothing but hate speech. The N-word is not. The N-word is used by Blacks all the time. But the F-word is not. And the F-word does have power. And it's just an ignorant word. It's the best way I can put it. It really is just a truly ignorant word that's never used. So, hold on. You said a bad word against gay people, a slur. It wasn't a swear word or an N-word. It wasn't okay. It isn't okay. People speak that way. That's what I'm saying too, though. It's just not. It's disgusting. It's ignorant, though. I mean, that's really what it is. It's ignorant. And I see a lot of ignorance all over these tubes. A lot. Sadly. You don't want to write. Huh? That's what I'm saying, Crystal. If your parents didn't teach you that these words are wrong, then you really need to like smack your parents. Because this is like basic 101. Basic parenting 101. Oh, if you don't want to, period. See, sometimes grandma throws me off when I'm trying to read. I knew she was. To me, I feel like her and Queen Bee came out of the same mold. And I said that from day one. Oh, Demon, I don't know. I know my name got dragged into it a couple times. I was told that. It always comes back to Laura, Laura, Laura. But seriously, it really goes back to your parenting. Like, smack your fucking parents if they didn't teach you that the F word was a pretty bad word, and I don't mean the fuck word. That's a bad word too. Don't say it. But you guys know what I'm saying. But I don't know. I'm just not offended by words. But that's just me. Phil, I agree. But like, all right, for example, if someone called me a bull dyke, which I look like with my hair right now, okay. I wouldn't care. I beg you're right, I do. But it's still a derogatory term. Yeah, not actually slapping your parents. Don't actually slap your parents around. But I'm also, see, but this is where I differ too. I don't care. Like, I'm sorry, not I don't care. I don't go around worrying, calling people gay or not gay. I don't give a fuck if you're gay or not. I don't determine, I don't label people like that. I never have. I don't give a fuck if you're gay. If you're gay, you're gay. If you're not, you're not. The fuck do I care? You know, gay doesn't define who you are as a person. It's just your preference, who you are. I don't want someone coming around, oh, you're a heterosexual. Okay, and same thing. Yeah, words only have the power you give them. Yeah, but Tinker, it's why they're offended. So many people claim they're so offended, and they're not. That's my point. Someone panels was dragged for saying sometimes white people do stupid things such as skydiving and swimming with sharks, and was told that was racist from a white man. What? How is that racist? That's what I'm saying, sweet one. And if you don't like the way someone is, educate them. Like Queen Bee saying that cheeky word, that's not cool. You're gonna offend Asians, and that's just not cool. But people do stereotype all around. I remember Granny's watching telling me how offended she was that Lycan said she had a hook nose and how racist it was, and she's Jewish, and she made this whole thing about it. And then a month later, she's calling somebody else hook nose. What? Please make it make sense. I didn't understand that either. I'm like, how is Granny's watching going after calling people hook nose when she made this whole fucking big deal about her, liking saying it to her, but now she's saying it to other people? What? Did I miss something? That was one of the craziest things I fucking heard recently. That's why it's fake outrage, Demon. Who's a midget? Howard Stern pulled this shit every day and nobody cared. Howard Stern used racially charged stuff every day. Opie and Anthony used racially charged stuff. DJs used to do it all the time. Nobody was fucking offended. You come on YouTube in a trauma community and every motherfucker in the universe is offended. But Green-Eyed, it's not our job to do that. It's not our job to teach Clue how to be a mom. Do you think that anything is going to change with Clue? Absolutely not. So what'll happen? She'll be fake on YouTube. Hey, Steph, she'll be fake on YouTube, and then in her real life, she'll act a different way. J is for Justice, perfect example. Let's just be as fake as we can on YouTube. Truth Fairy, I totally agree with that. 100%. Couldn't agree more with that. Using derogatory words says a lot more about you. Steph, I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, wow, she's not even green. It was weird to me that they tried calling him out for that while calling out her for the other word. It waters down anyone's point when you just start looking for things. Because this community loves to look for things. This community looks to find outrage over something because these people are miserable and need to focus on some kind of fucking miserable misery. They eat it up. They love it. They love being miserable. Good point. Clue tells you who she is within 2 minutes. You don't have to wait long to see it. It's exactly right. But it is. The outrage is ridiculous. I heard there was outrage because I got another dog. Hey, Heather. 23 months. Woo woo. But I heard there was serious outrage that I got another dog. Why does anyone care? I'm a great dog mom. I'm a great mom. Nobody should give a fuck that I got another dog. It's not. Why are you outraged? You think I can't afford my own dogs? Like, what the fuck? I don't get it at all. I truly don't. Dog shaming. No, really, it's weird. That's exactly right. People feel morally superior. They're so much better. They're better than you. They're gonna do better than you. They were outraged about my bathroom. They're outraged about the website. They're outraged about stop finding outrage. Move the fuck on. Obviously, lots of people have moved on. So they need to move on too. But Annie, most of us didn't even really know who she even was. Like, honestly, most of us had no idea who she even was. Oh, that Annie is one sub Annie? I know who that Annie is. No, Booga's old, sweet one. No, but this dog like fell in my lap. I didn't have a choice. Thank you. Thank you, Demon. Excellent point. I'm going to leave that up there. They've been outraged about BHB. Hey, I don't like BHB. I fucking didn't like BHB before most people didn't even know who the hell she was. Oh, that's a different Annie? And I'm happy that she has 33,000 subs or more. I think that's great. I think it's absolutely fucking great. And I don't even like the bitch. Yeah, I got a new baby puppy. Well, not a baby. He's a year-old. She's a year-old. Her and Buka are finally getting along and they're playing. It's kind of rich for BHB. All her charges for DV trying to. I agree. But she's no different than all the others. She speaks better than QB. She speaks better than Clue. You know, I listen to Beats Him. Nah, she doesn't, Heather. I listen to Beats Him sit on a fucking panel. I think it was Granny's again. I think it was all the same live. Sit on a Granny's Watchings panel and fucking turn around and say how Brittany can only, or maybe it wasn't Brittany, it was T-Rev. T-Rev can only get views because he only has people come in on content that he needs people to call in so he can have content. And I'm sitting there like, what? Whose panel do you sit on every day? Who does no research? Who can only fucking go live when she has people on panel? Like, Beats Him, you just got the dumbest award ever. Like, absolutely fucking dumb. No, I think she's not barking because it's fucking 2:30 in the morning. And meanwhile, he's so wrong about it. I showed you guys Karma. I have a video. I made a video of her playing in the pool. I'll make more videos. I should make her own channel. Demon, it was the richest thing I ever heard. So he won the best comment yesterday. Bombshell won the best comment tonight. We should do like going on and on. Do a sub a day. Who wins this week? Who wins tonight? I think I might make this late night my like new time slot. We'll do 1 o'clock in the morning streams because most people are normally off. Thank you, Yarn. She is. She's the best. She's just so happy all the time. Angel, I don't know what happened to Ben. I haven't seen him in ages either. Bomb made a comment on in Jones's live that said that some creators are just out for money. It was fucking ridiculous. I was like, yeah, okay. Sure. That wouldn't be you. Oh, she said it always goes to money with some. That's pretty rich coming from her. Don't worry, most of us can't either, Heather. I am. And I also heard that QB and B Tim are sticking up for Cluemanati. And people are so surprised by it. Why? Hey, Susie, why would anybody be surprised by it? They are out of the same mold. Savage, Cluemanati, and Queen Bee are all the same mold. They're all the same person. Savage once made a comment. I don't want to say it because I can't remember it exactly. Something about a monkey. That's what I remember. But I can't remember exactly what it was. So someone left me a comment. Hold on. Someone left me a comment and said JP and Clue, whatever, just want to fit in and be accepted by the loud, foul-mouthed losers, the Bee and Savage, which is the sickest goal ever. Can't disagree with that at all. Then they said, oh my God, yes, I can't stand when a creator tells subs to thank someone for a membership. It's offensive, in my opinion. I'm not a child and don't need to be told when to thank someone. Thank you, Snoopy. I totally agree. Yeah, but don't say dark. You can't use the word dark around here. Community will freak out. We're in Discord. Oh, there it is. Oh, she said, Savage said, someone's baby looked like a hairless monkey. Thank you. All right, hold on. The outrage with Clue. This is what someone said. The outrage with Clue is not only because she said the N-word or allowed it. She said the F-word slander to the LGBTQ community. And okay, and that's fine. I get it. I totally get the fact that she said it to slander the LGBTQ community. Gotcha. But my point is, why can't people just not watch her then? If she's that ignorant, then just leave her the fuck alone. I don't associate with people that are that ignorant, but I'm not going to sit there and call it out every day either. If she's that ignorant, that's on her. Narcos, where? When? I would love to fucking hear that. I'll play that in a heartbeat. Does anyone know when that happened? QB yelled at B10 and nobody told me? Nah, actually, I think I did hear that, but I didn't hear where. Well, QB does like 9-hour lives. Do we know where? Do we know at what time? How far in? And then B10 fell in line like a good boy. Crystal, was it beginning, middle, end? I'm on a stream now. I'm gonna find it. It's only a 7.5-hour live. Stream 15 hours ago? Today's Friday, right? Towards the middle. Oh, look, Jays for Justice was here too. She's just all over the place. Saturdays, yeah, I know. I get confused. She got 15,000 views on this video, though. That's impressive. All right, were there a lot of people on panel? Past the middle. All right. So is it... it's in Discord? All right. Yeah, that's the one I'm on. I have 15 hours ago it's showing. Jay was in it, so that wasn't in the middle then. Jay was in the beginning. All right, look. So you guys remember who was on panel? Yeah, it started 15 hours ago. No, Jay is in the beginning. Well, not the beginning. Okay, see, there's Jay. Oh, Voices was on it too? All right. If you start a YouTube channel, you do have a responsibility to be honest. Wow, this is rich coming from her. This is fucking rich. So this is Julie, the dog handler. Hold on.
Let's say you go on a search and you find something, you find evidence, you don't touch it, you don't do anything to it, you do the proper procedure, you call the authorities, they pick it up. Let's say everything's copacetic, you do that, right? The problem is a good defense attorney can be like, well, I got this video of you showing complete bias against my client. How do we know that you did not plant that there for YouTube views and monetization? And you put yourself in such you might actually make a problem for a case if that's the case. You got to be very careful because I've seen that. Alan Jackson, for example, Karen case. That guy fucking literally tore multiple police officers, tore Trooper Paul and also Proctor to pieces because personal group chats. Now imagine it's on YouTube and you talk about you're kind of biased with a certain case and you have a thought on this case. It could result in a situation where a good defense attorney can pull that up and really tear you into pieces. And I think you have to be careful. That's why I said like separate from social media. Don't like and if you're going to do a search, you got to be neutral. You got to be 100% neutral. You do a search with a dog. You don't talk to anyone. You don't give them your opinion on the case. And just.
All right, let me just point out how fucked up this community is as a whole. Here you go. Everyone is so outraged by Cluemanati. Queen Bee backs Cluemanati. Queen Bee stands up for Cluemanati. Obviously, so do all these other people that are sitting on a panel. Well, guess what? Queen Bee's live got 15,000 views today. She's made a ton of money off this live. 15,000 views, pretty fucking good for 15, 16, 18,000 subscribers. Good for her. Nobody is fucking outraged by Clue, or they wouldn't be watching Queen Bee. Queen Bee wouldn't have had 15,000 subscribers. Welcome back, Steph. I don't know why I didn't see it, though. I don't know why it didn't pop up. Queen Bee wouldn't have 15,000 views on this video if people were legit so outraged by Clue. That's why I say fake outrage.
Just kind of walk away so that some skeevy piece of shit lawyer doesn't come in, use you to basically get his clearly guilty client off. You know what I mean? That's just my advice on that.
I mean, can you clear that up at all for me? Am I misunderstanding that? And if I am, please correct me because I'm not an expert, obviously, on deputization, right? But just a simple, I literally just did a Google search, right? And someone in the chat did too, so I will give them their credit for looking it up. But it falls under TCA 38-8-106, and it's that one, and then there was another one that they quoted, which they are also correct about, which is appointment of special deputies, which is TCA section 8-8-212, if anybody wants to look it up. So I was just going to see if you wanted to maybe direct that a little bit other than just let me say that and it not being responded to. You know what I mean?
What's the code again? Let me just look at it real fast.
It doesn't matter if it was monetized or not. The 15,000 views tells you that nobody cares about Cluemanati's what she said. And they don't care that QB is supporting her. It is not hurting anybody. It's fake outrage, or they wouldn't watch it.
I'll just pull it up here so I can.
Well, I'm assuming that it's through the TBI, right? That would be the only thing that would make sense in this case, since the feds are only assisting. I couldn't imagine that they would enact a special deputization if they weren't command. But
Cutting out. Yeah, cutting out.
Yeah, Truth, you're cutting out really bad.
He gone.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, see something. I just want to read something. See something. Say something. A good attorney can say anything. She was trying not to say the hospital and hasn't said we're deputized, but she is being grilled to do that and grilled if she doesn't. Yeah, that's kind of a fair point. Like, I mean, like you can't really do both. You can't.
Jay is for justice said, who is Julia?
Julio.
Then that question has to be answered, and you already did. And you don't have to say anything else on an open panel about it. Everybody on the panel saw it, and that's that's what it is.
So I have a question. What's this about planted evidence?
I'm gonna message Clue with the PDF that I promised her and everything.
Right, but what is this about the planted evidence?
Let me show you the other text I just got, Queen, because
Right, you and Terry are going at it. She's making threats, and I understand that. But what about this? What about planting evidence? Did you have something to do with that, or what?
hell no, absolutely not.
So did somebody threaten you to do that, or I mean, where the fuck is that coming into play? How?
Okay, I can send you a bunch of PDFs. I mean, I can send you a bunch of screenshots if that'll make it
I mean,
easier.
is it that private? I mean, is it that serious?
Yeah.
Could be.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm breaking my real quick.
Yeah, that's
Lord.
All of this. Hold on, because when it comes to this planted evidence, you said that you could send screenshots. So this is a specific person alluding to wanting to plant evidence on our property or Chris Proudfoot's property.
I'm just.
I'm being careful what I'm saying because someone's listening. They're threatening a bunch of
Well,
stuff.
then bring your ass up here if you're
Oh, you
listening.
just-
Terry,
you
click the
kinda-
fucking link. Terry, back it up. Click the link.
Hold
Terry.
on, because she kind of just.
Yes, Terry keeps messaging her. She's messaging her right now. That's why she came in here like a wrecking ball going 155 miles a minute. Now she's like,
So why
not-
you don't
not
just come
listening,
up
not
here?
gonna answer questions.
Terry Lynn, come on, but make sure to get you a 2-for-1 special like KFC.
Right, you sitting there listening. Like, why doesn't she
Right.
just come up here?
I really don't want to get into a fight with her on YouTube just because it's
Yeah,
just.
don't worry, we'll get into a fight with her. You can
Right.
just-
I mean, she's.
we'll get into a fight with her. Don't worry.
I just like that's why I didn't want to say say names or anything. Like that's what I was worried about because.
Yeah, but you're derailing with this. So I mean, otherwise you wouldn't have said shit at all. So moving back
Back
to
up,
this.
Terry. Back up, Terry. Terry, back up.
Yeah, back it up, Terry. What this plain evidence? She said, is it one specific person?
I was concerned about a couple of people, and
Oh.
Clue mentioned 2 houses that I was concerned about.
Okay.
I wish a motherfucker would. FBI announcement. Secret Service. They typically pull them in.
Yeah, sorry, it didn't happen. Basically, is the saying around here.
Towards, just how you train your dogs, where you get the different kinds of scents from, what the different scents.
Can't answer one question. It's really upset.
So how did
Wait,
Michaela?
that was on April 18th. And
Yes.
the Cajun Navy was before that.
Wait, yeah, Cajun Navy was there March 22nd. That was
Thank
when
you.
Riley Strain was found.
Yes,
That's a
ma'am.
month later.
I'm
Right,
telling
So who was planning evidence? What? That's serious. I mean,
I had concerns that there was going to be stuff planted, which is why I already talked to TBI
so
about this.
wait a minute. You said you're biased. You're biased, but you're biased, and you have concerns that people are going to plant evidence. Which is it? Can you make up your mind, please?
I'm not biased anymore. I've said it when I first came on.
You
I
are
was.
tainted.
what you said
You are
today,
biased.
Jules, you said today that you were sus of Seth.
I
That is
was
biased.
after the whole Trevor Lee blowout.
So are you and Michaela friends? Do you talk every day?
I haven't talked to Michaela in God knows how long.
Okay.
Why did you suspect someone was going to plant evidence? What made you suspect that?
Because of what I was seeing on social media, but I really want to mention names right now because I really don't want this person.
No, I'm not
to-
asking for names. Just like, what was the circumstance that made you think someone was going to plant evidence at someone's house?
Okay.
Like, we don't need names of who was.
This is the dumb leading the dumber. Like all of them just are fucking clueless. Please tell me there's a specific point that I can go to, because this is hard to listen to.
Going to do it, but what did they say they were going to do? What made
And
you?
where is the proof of this? And why have you given it to law enforcement?
I have given it to law enforcement.
No,
Okay,
I don't.
All that dead silence is because QB doesn't have a fucking clue about the case, about anything going on. She's hoping that everybody else asks questions. Exactly what fucking B. Tim was saying about someone else. That's why there's so much dead silence. She doesn't have a fucking clue.
I don't even want names. I just want to know what they were planning on doing because that's really messed up.
That's fucking serious. I mean, that's
It is. That's like
serious.
freaking swatting serious.
Right.
I mean, we don't know what happened to Sebastian, right? So
Whether it be a
planning what-
Clue in fucking Cletus's house or Chris Proudfoot's, planting evidence is fucking serious, especially when it's in a 15-year-old fucking missing child's case. That is fucking serious, Jack.
And there's been speculations all over social media for a while, and I was ignoring it because I was like, no way, there's no way that's going to happen. And I just sent Truth an email because just to show the document I signed. Anything after the date in the document, I'm just.
But what did you think they were going to plant? Because there's only certain people that would have evidence related to Sebastian.
There was
which would be his
discussions
parent.
about it like on social media. I didn't believe, but I know if I say my reasons for suspecting now, this person is literally going to go live and say a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to be really careful about. I just really don't.
Well, we don't give a fuck what she's over there threatening.
So it's about Terry Lynn. You thought Terry Lynn was going to plant evidence? I mean, you said it without saying it.
Did you say you reported your feelings or your suspicions to the CBI already?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
are you being blackmailed by somebody? Is that why you're being so evasive?
Yeah. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, and I'm worried about my mom getting messages again and a bunch of other stuff. I don't care about me personally. I really don't care. I'm worried about my mom.
Jumped up here, Jules. This is what I'm saying. You took initiative to jump up here, knowing damn the fuck well.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna have questions. We were gonna ask you things. Come on, man. Come on.
I told you guys.
Well, I'm just gonna say this, Jules. I just checked Clue's email. I still hadn't seen anything. And I mean, I get you're on a panel, but you've been sending other stuff to other people.
Yeah, I got an email.
You just said you sent something to Truth, and I mean, you've made some claims, not publicly, but you got put out there on this panel, and it involves my property, and I really appreciate that email coming through expeditiously, please.
Yeah, and I'm gonna send it to you. I pulled a few more screenshots I want to put in this document before I send it to you. That's why I haven't sent it just yet. That's why I said earlier she'll get it today. I just want to put a few more screenshots I found in this.
But I mean, hold on. You said you've already sent it. You said you've already sent it to others. So why the hell can't I get the PDF?
Forward it.
My property.
So I have a question. What is where you said you saw this information about planting evidence on social media? I mean, like, that seems a little odd. Then you say you reported to the police. I'm not sure. Do you
before I even came to the state, and then I was just
them so that they could plant you to go there to so-called search and plant evidence. Is that what you were really brought in for?
No, I was brought in because after being contacted, I was told that they didn't. Seth and this team didn't have faith. There's no proper chain of custody.
Okay, done.
Now I'm just going to follow up. So you took a screenshot of these locations that these people told you to check on social media. You sent it to TBI, but you're telling me you never went to locations that you were being recommended on social media to check for evidence?
No. So the initial item that I was asked to check out, again, before I got there, I would
see, but this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. She's so fake. She did the runaround. So why do you keep putting her on fucking panels? Why keep giving her an opportunity to fucking speak? Just ghost her out. Done. But they can't do that because you have fake outrage. She's so fake. Why do you have questions for her? It doesn't make any sense.
I was like, okay, you know what? If this is actually something legit and it hasn't been turned over to law enforcement, it's been in someone else's custody for however many plus days.
And do you still have possession of this item?
I'm sorry, the risk of cross-contamination is USPCA. That's a legit, police level cert. It's a national cert. So it's a little bit different.
It had nothing to do with you being deputized.
No, it had to do with my canine certifications and the fact that I was legit.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question from LFT. When were you deputized after arriving to Tennessee to help search?
Yes.
And when and for what purposes were you deputized?
Turn it back into where it's like, I literally had.
That's not for her. No. Read the first sentence of that again.
No problem.
Please.
It says, as a volunteer search.
Aren't you an MP, Julia?
Yes.
So wouldn't that clue you into the fact that this is creating a huge conflict of interest? That's my only question.
Right.
Huge.
I do realize it now. Again, I admit that I was wrong. I'm just.
No, it's not about. I've heard you admit a lot of things.
That was just a point of clarification. No, I was just surmising, making sure that I was staying on the same page, not letting my mind, that I was staying focused and not going off on a side tangent.
Is your
Hold on.
and I don't know if you've addressed this or not.
Hold on, Truth. Can you hold?
Yeah,
Truth.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say this right here, right now. I can see the back chat, and I see Julie, you're emailing Truth. Truth is emailing you. He's saying I emailed you back. You're emailing him back. Bitch, send the fucking PDF.
There's really
Send the
no fucking
motherfucking
reason
PDF.
for you if you can email truth back and forth like this and say no, yeah.
I'm over it. I'm over it. I
Understand there's a lot of tension here, but let's just calm down.
Cappy, tag me out.
Okay. Who did you report to in these searches?
that.
Yeah.
And all these fuckers on YouTube want to focus on is a word she may have said that was bad. Not any of
Yeah. And hold on a second, just to make it clear, because there's
you should be honest with you. I think people need to realize that if a person's under this amount of stress and you're trying to, your life is being affected this way, you could give a little sympathy, a little leeway, a little compassion to the person. Be like, yeah, maybe that person's.
Queen, I have a question. I know she's busy getting this PDF together, but
yeah,
I'm just wondering why she's so leery, like scared of Terry Lynn.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, like there seems
That's
to
real
be
fucking sus.
something more to it, because who's Terry Lynn to be afraid of? Like, I don't understand.
I will thank you.
Question too was about the case them when you talk to them.
I asked Todd, and then they made that one Facebook post about the threats, but yeah,
just saying.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this is the crew you want to deal with.
That's what I'm saying. It's just so ridiculous why people are.
I'm trying to protect, so that's why I'm just sending her every single photo that's in the PDF. I'm
reported. Why can't you just?
So let's see here. Haunting Haley says, I don't like her. Okay, so I don't like her mentality and use of the hate word, but please tell her homeowners to get a copy or report from the LE agency, follow up and compare to this copy. This hurts Sebastian.
You ain't that far either.
And to answer the someone's, yeah, but that's got nothing to do with.
Did I skip over something? Is it over? Like, is it far past this? A little past this? Like, when does the blowout happen?
I just
inside really before I thought if I just went to TBI or went to law enforcement, this would be, and some of this information I got is brand new. I honest to God, I swear on my own life, thought that
it becomes a nightmare, and it precipitates the drama.
All right, hold on. All right. All right, it wasn't that far off.
I apologize. I am not a YouTuber, and I jumped on here for a couple minutes after the last comment just because I thought I wanted to see what this was all about. And quite honestly, I had trouble staying on there for 5 minutes. Is there something that can be done, or you as a collective group, is there something that can be done to be helpful? Because that's what we do. And I
don't know. Voices is the one that got a hold of you. None of us did. So
YouTube world. I'm sorry.
I said, I'm not really sure what you're asking. Voices is the one that reached out to you. None of us did. So I don't know what you're asking. If there's anything for us to do, I don't know what you mean.
What I'm trying to ask is, I no offense to the entire YouTube universe, I don't understand it, and I'm not involved in it.
None taken. I'm just not sure what you're saying.
I'm trying to say that. Is there something that a company like mine could do to be helpful to the family?
No, that's not that doesn't work. That's the whole problem with all of this. No, we're not looking for
Right. We're not looking for help. We're not looking for your services or anything like that. I
It's
don't know
not
what
that.
you're.
No, it's not like that.
Yeah, no, here, I'm just going to mute that because that's going to piss me right the fuck off. So I don't even know who the fuck that dude is or anything about that fucking dude. But here, let you go take care of your phone call and fuck that. What's up, B-Tim?
Hey, what's up? Welcome to the show.
Give me 1 second. We Frost.
She didn't go off on her. That wasn't anything. That was nothing.
See what's up, baby.
Hey, Queen. Hey, everybody. No pee-pee, Queen. No pee-pee.
Yeah, I didn't put your.
Oh my God, I can't stand that one.
Screen up. What's up?
I promise I wouldn't.
Yeah, what's up?
I have a couple of wee questions.
I'm just gonna come out and say, Joe, I think it's some bullshit. I think a lot of this is some bullshit, and I've wasted about 4 or 5 hours right now on it. So I mean, come on.
So again, I'm just going to ask you one more time, specifically, what is one thing that you are concerned with that keeps you from speaking up?
I'm just worried about retaliation on my family, and just that's the biggest thing.
Okay, so then my question then becomes, why are we not sitting in front of some kind of law enforcement saying, I am concerned for my family, but I have this information? How do I help?
I did send it to law enforcement.
I mean, sitting in front of, and this is why I'm saying this, because if there's this, and okay, let me ask, is the threat from YouTube? Is that what the threat is from?
YouTubers? Yeah.
It is from YouTube. Okay, so then my next
social media like
question
Facebook.
Okay.
My mom was saying. And
why are we not?
I mean, you're in the army and you're a deputized officer right now. So I mean, I guess I just don't understand what you. Plus, you got two fucking dogs. I mean, what?
I mean, yeah, but I don't want to do physical harm on anybody.
Nobody said
all.
you had to, but I mean, if somebody came up and physically harmed you, I'm sure you're going to protect yourself. I mean, come on, man.
But I can't protect my mom and my dad.
We were all going to be reported to CID. Funnily enough, she's not the first person to throw that weight of military investigation around on YouTube. And it always smacks of dishonesty each and every time. I don't understand very directly, Julia, if you are stating that you're threatened or in concern for any of your loved ones' safety, why you wouldn't use that exact same mechanism to make sure
But
they are safe.
I have literally talked to TBI about this personally, and my mom and dad have gone to Pennsylvania State Police. This has been I never
did you tell them about these specific YouTubers that you're speaking of today?
I mean, I really don't want to just name off people because, like, literally that's why someone else is going live right now, because they're saying I dropped their name, even though I never came here with the intention of, you know.
I have a good question for you. Did you say you had 35 warrants and that you were going to go search people's houses for Sebastian's case?
You're talking about, I listed at least 35 places to go search. I gave to the people.
But you didn't say you had 35 warrants.
We filed 35 with a judge, yes.
Who is
what?
We meaning me and my. We meaning me.
We meaning, okay, so just you, because I was gonna say you got a turd in your pocket or what? So you filed 35. You filed 35 warrants with the judge to be served, right? That you were gonna serve by yourself.
Well, with my dogs, but I was planning on at least taking one actual law enforcement officer from the state with me.
What was your probable cause? Wait.
Walk in front of a judge and get 35 warrants signed.
Wait.
No, B-Tim, you wait a minute. You can't just walk inside and get 35 warrants signed.
Yeah,
You can't
but I'm
do
saying
that.
like,
But I'm
what's
saying,
the
hold on a
probable
second. What I'm
Mhm.
asking you is, you have people saying, and you've told people that you have the authority to go in and you have the authority to go in and get 35 warrants signed to serve by yourself with just you and your dogs and possibly one officer. You cannot walk in front of a judge and go inside and get warrants signed. It does not work like that.
Yeah, it's called probable cause. That's what I was trying to say, Queen. What was your probable
Yeah,
cause?
but
for
you
the
didn't
warrant?
give me a chance to finish shit. So I wanted to at least finish what I was saying.
Because it was areas of either residence of relatives or work locations. That was why. So I listed off, hey, this is what I'm here for. These are my search. I want to search these places because X, Y, Z. I mean,
Sorry, guys. I'm getting dumber by the minute listening to this. I mean, like the amount of misinformation on this panel is mind blowing. Mind blowing.
if I just said, oh, my freaking spirit box told me to go here, no, that's not legit. But if it's like, well, I'm trying to help and do the right thing, this is why I want to go here. And some of those things were just like dismissed immediately. It's just like, well, no, like that.
Yeah, it's extremely hard to get a warrant. I mean, police officers, sheriffs, they have a hell of a time getting a fucking warrant. You don't just get a warrant to kick somebody's fucking door in with your dog. It doesn't work like that.
And this is
Maybe you're up here. Can you hear us all right?
And you have to be
I'm sorry to be
deputized to do this too. So you can't just do this.
No, but you just got deputized. This has been going on.
Right.
That's why you were so scared. Okay, so there's some more shit too. But is that why you were scared about old girl saying that she was going to go live? Is that why you were so upset about that?
Because
she's going to out all this shit. She's about to out all this stuff.
I mean, I don't care if she outs that. I mean, there's paper trails for that stuff. I really don't care about that.
Well, what do you care about what's about to come out? Because there's all kinds of shit flying. Shit's flying. So get your boots on because shit's getting deep.
Yep. Time to strap in and go for it because if you don't, other people
You
will.
might as well because it's already coming. So
that's why I asked a direct question because I was hoping to get a direct,
yeah,
like specifically speaking.
I have a question I want direct answer to. Did you meet with Agent Simmons?
Yes, he was one of them.
Okay. Be right back, Clue. I mean, I'm obsessed in my own fucking name. I swear to God.
Yeah, I got you. That's fine. There's a whole lot of shit. It's.
I'm popping down. Thank you so much for your time, Queen. Appreciate it. And thank you, Jules, for answering my questions. We, Cheesy, Clue, all you. Have a great day.
Love you, Tia.
Thank you, you too. Miss Independent, you're up here.
My question to Jules is
Hi, nice to meet you. I hope you're doing well. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Sorry about that, Queen.
Man,
I've been
it's been a
sitting
long
there
fucking 5
biting.
hours of shit. So I'm really getting an attitude.
Yeah, I'm over here biting my nails because I have so many questions for Jules, but I only want one major question asked. If she's so stinking scared, why is she on your panel?
In front of 1,800 people, I don't know. I don't
She
know.
knew before she came up here that she was going to be eaten up.
I actually.
So, Jules, why are you up here on the panel? If you're so scared to answer direct questions that a lot of people are asking you in the chat on the panel, why are you so scared? Why are you afraid? You weren't thinking of.
I swear to you, I'm losing fucking brain cells. But I just want to let you know, I'm trying to find it. I just got notification another fucking girl from Tennessee is missing. I'm trying to find the story.
Your family when you came up.
Well, I came up here to talk about something completely different, and I stayed here because I knew if I just ran off, people would be like, well, why are you running away?
Well, you must be new to the Queen panel because nothing's going to stay on top of one conversation. It's going to be all over the place.
Yeah, you know that because you watch, so you know.
So why come up and be afraid of for your family, knowing that this conversation is gonna go everywhere?
I mean, then it goes everywhere. It goes everywhere. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, this is fucking foolish at this point. I feel like it's a waste of my time and fucking direct insult to my intelligence at that, with the 35 warrants and bullshit and not one to answer and not. I mean, it's just holy fuck, holy fuck.
My other question for you, Jules, is: are you working, and were you working with Seth?
I'm not working for Seth. I never. When you ask working for him, do you mean was he like paying me? Was I like going out on his orders? No, that wasn't happening.
All right.
But
Thank
you have said, Julia, that you only got law enforcement to be able to answer you whenever you were able to make contact with Seth because Seth pulled some strings there, right? You have said that. I have the recording.
Can you repeat the question, please?
You have stated previously that law enforcement really weren't terribly cooperative with you until you were able to get Seth on board with yourself, and he was able to help pull some strings, make things a little bit easier for you there.
I honestly, God, don't remember saying that he was pulling strings for me. I really don't remember
Pulling
seeing that.
strings comment, not verbatim, but you basically stated in not so accurate words that your contact with Seth was made purely to get access because law enforcement weren't taking you on board.
No, law enforcement was fine with me.
No, you did. You absolutely did say that. I'm sorry.
Yep,
Sorry, Queen.
I have the
I had a
recording.
button. But no, you did. No, you did though. That's the thing. You did say that.
Yep.
And that's why people don't believe you when you say that the we is just you. No. The we is not just you. This is the fuckery that everybody's sick of. Answer directly. It's we is not just you or your dogs. You and your dogs did not go and file for 35 different warrants. You absolutely did say that. What we was talking about. Just be direct with everybody. That's all everybody wants.
Is it a new month? Is this a new derailment on Seth's side? Didn't we say that every month there's a new derailment?
No, I'm not talking to Seth. This has nothing to do with anything with him.
See,
Remember,
I'd like to
because
go back
last
to
month
like
was Betty.
what LTF was saying about like your demeanor and your voice. I feel like she's partially right, but at the same time, you feel like every time that you're kind of caught, where people are kind of putting it in your face, like, "Hey, no."
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys the stream. You can check it out yourself. I'm getting dumber by the second listening to it, like for real. Here's the stream. If you want to check it out, be my guest. Someone asked me what B stands for in B Tim. Bitch Boy Tim is what it stands for. All right, here's the link. So if anybody wants to go watch it, be my guest. I can't do it anymore. I can't listen to it. These people are dumber than a box of rocks. Like, just the mentality alone. Oh, she's so fake. Oh, she's so that. Then why do you have her on panel? Just tell me why you have her on fucking panel then. Why can't you just stop talking about her? And half the people on the panel, I can't even handle. With their fake outrage. Yeah, spirit boxes sound more alive. I agree. But let me, for your Australians, anybody that watched the YouTuber Pretty Pastel, please. She passed away. She was only 30. She had almost 700,000 subs. But it doesn't say how she died. But her last video was a month ago. Yeah, last video was a month ago. So I don't know if anyone followed her, but with 700,000 subs, I figure somebody did. But yeah, she passed away. Sad. Whoops. Oh, she had a boob job a year ago. It looked like she did like weird videos. But yeah, 30 is young. All right, next thing I want to tell you. An autistic girl from Tennessee, a 7-year-old, was found in the lake yesterday. She wandered away from her parents and she ended up deceased. Sad. But that's not the headliner. So the headline I saw was about a missing girl from Tennessee, a new one. Because it was a teenager. But now the headline is not coming out. Hang on. An Australian YouTuber named Pretty Pastel Please. She had 692,000 subscribers, 282 videos. She passed away. They didn't say how though. They just said she was 30. I'm gonna assume it was she unalived herself or drugs. Wait, what? I heard a creator say the parents should have done better. Done better with what? The kid not walking away? Or this girl? Sweet one, I'm getting off soon too. I just want to find this girl. Here it is. Hold on. No, that's not it. That's a different girl. By the way, question. What town is Sebastian Rogers from? Someone tell me what town Sebastian Rogers is from. No. That's what I thought, Bittersweet. Check this out. You guys want to get fucking blown away? Check this out. You might want to hold on to your seats. Missing teen girl identified after remains found in Hendersonville. Foul play suspected. It's not that big. Missing since June 29th. Police have identified human remains in Hendersonville on Thursday as a missing teen girl from Macon County. Hendersonville police said 17-year-old Trinity Bostic's remains were found near Vietnam Veterans Boulevard. Bostic was reported missing on June 29th. Foul play is suspected in this incident. According to police, HPD is asking anyone with information to call or the Hendersonville Crime Stoppers. I don't know.
Authorities now suspect foul play was involved in the death.
Hold on.
Of a young woman found in Hendersonville. The remains of a 17-year-old Trinity Bostic were found Wednesday in a small wood line near State Route 386 and New Shackle Island Road. She was reported missing out of Macon County on June 29th. Bostic's body was originally discovered by a TDOT subcontract worker. There's currently no word on any suspects at this time.
This is one of the original pictures when he was.
Does anyone find that just a little odd? I don't know. I just find that just a tad bit odd.
Morning and thanks for joining us on this Friday. I'm Amanda Hara. We're on top of breaking news this morning. A man is dead and 4 other people are hurt. This happened after a crash on I-40 in West Nashville. Police say that man was checking on a child in the backseat of the car when he was killed. The crash happened in the eastbound lanes near the White Bridge Road exit just after 7 o'clock last night. This was around the same time that heavy rain was hitting the area. Metro Police say 28-year-old Jacobo Hernandez lost control of his SUV in that heavy rain, hit the center median wall, and then slid into a travel lane. A woman and 18-month-old baby boy were also in the SUV, but were not severely hurt. Police say after the SUV came to a rest in that travel lane, Hernandez moved to the back seat to check on the child. Moments later, their SUV was hit from behind by a Dodge Ram. Hernandez was ejected through a back window and died at the scene. The driver of the Dodge Ram was not injured. 2 people were in that truck. Their injuries were not serious.
This is
That's crazy. I don't know. I just find it really odd that it happened that this person was found in Hendersonville. I don't know. I just find that weird. And they suspect foul play. So I do want to tell you guys real fast about a story that I read earlier. We were going to pick up the dryer. Some fucking idiot in California put a firecracker under his hat and blew his fucking head off. Yeah, you heard that right. The guy literally put a fucking mortar or something underneath a top hat while he was drunk yesterday. His wife told him not to do it. He wanted to show off at a block party and he fucking blew his head off. How stupid can you be? Like, who does that? Who sticks a fucking firecracker under their hat, on their head, thinking it's just going to go straight up in the air? Dude blew his whole fucking head off in front of everyone. Can you imagine? 41 years old. Like, how fucking dumb are you? Hey, sweetie pie. Yeah, I just think at 41 years old, you kind of should know better. Like, how stupid are you? I don't know. It just stuck with me. Like, duh. Yeah, it doesn't say exactly what it was, but How stupid are you? Oh, let me put a firecracker on my head. That's what I'm saying, Yarn. Can you imagine? Like, for real. That's what I'm saying. Like, how fucking dumb are you to put a firecracker on your head in a hat? I guess he thought it would, like, go through the hat. But wow, what a way to die. But I mean, the good thing is he probably died pretty instant. Smoking thighs? That sounds like a strip joint or a chicken place. Yeah, I could see losing fingers, but to put a fucking firecracker on your head, that's pretty dumb. That hits like one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. I blows off his head by putting firecracker on his head. Or maybe it was South Carolina. Was this one?
I had a chance to talk to Dorchester County Coroner Paul Brothers.
Yeah, I think this is it. Hold on.
About what was an easily preventable tragedy.
Approximately 10:20 last night, we received a call, or the Sheriff's Department and EMS received a call about an injury suffered by an individual while engaging in shooting fireworks.
This happened on Cottonwood Drive in the Crestwood subdivision. The man who was involved in this incident was 41-year-old Alan Ray McGrew. There was nothing emergency crews could do to help him when they arrived. He was pronounced dead at 11:10 p.m.
Well, according to witnesses and family members at the scene, the decedent was standing in the roadway on Cottonwood Drive and had on a large top hat and put the firework device on top of that, lit it, put it on top of his head, and it exploded, and he suffered a massive head injury.
The police report says McGrew started drinking at 6 p.m. and his wife tried to get him to not put the firework on his head, but she said he was trying to show off.
These kinds of incidents are 100% preventable, as you know. Unfortunately, some bad judgment was used in this case, and we're certainly sorry for that, and we're certainly send our sympathies to the family of this individual.
We have the full press release from the coroner's office as well as the sheriff's department. You can see those at counton2.com. In Somerville, I'm Raymond Owens. Count on 2.
I apologize. It wasn't California. It was South Carolina. But how fucking stupid. Like, you're just asking for something to happen. I just think it's absolutely insane. I bet we can find others. Hold on. A lot of drunk drivers. Oh, here we go. All right, this is the top one. In Alabama, a pyrotechnician was taken by medical helicopter to his hospital after a shell unexpectedly detonated during a slated fireworks celebration, injuring him and canceling the city show. Illinois, 30 4-year-old man died handling fireworks on Chicago's northwest side. 25-year-old fire mishap. South Carolina, the one I just read. Oh, shit. The one in Alabama was here. That must have been the Dublin show. No shit. Hold on. Oh, it was Jacksonville. All right, it wasn't by me. Oh, wow. But he was driven to Huntsville. That wasn't his fault, though. That's crazy. Yeah, but this was a professional. That's the scary part. Jacksonville would be down by Willow. The guy survived, though. That's crazy. Wild. I still can't see Once Up Annie. That's wild. All right, I'm going to get off, though. It's 3:30 in the morning. I got to get to bed. I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. Thank you guys for the memberships, super chats, PayPals, Cash Apps. I'm going to be pushing candles really hard starting Monday. Once, everyone goes home and house is back. Yeah, he left. Back to normal. I haven't really been pushing them because I haven't really wanted to push them right now just because I'm busy. But shut up, Crystal. But starting Monday, we are going hard. My ass is almost broke. The guy that put a firecracker on his head is dead. The one that happened in Alabama, no, he's alive. So, yeah, we're going to be pushing out a bunch of candles on Monday. And we got to get back to business. We got to seriously start fucking back to business. I've gotten lazy, and I can't get lazy. My bank account tells me I can't get lazy. We got to push, 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 push. So I'm going to send candles to creators to push, 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 push. We got to get busy. So, all right. I will see you beautiful people later. I got to let doggies out first. My little puppy has to go pee-pee. All right. I will see you beautiful people later. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow. And I think I'm going to take this time slot because nobody else is live. Only some people, but I think it's a good time slot. I know, right, sweetie pie? So, all right. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace.